now I want to jump into one of the most trendy headlines we've seen recently in regards to Toronto condos.
Yeah.
A lot of agents going out there, you know, trying to address, because from outside, just a general consumer reading that title, it's misleading. Right. So more than half of the GTA condo investors losing money on properties, cash negative condos.
Yeah.
Right. So let's break that down.
Yeah. So the first thing I would say is, like, I mean, they're not actually losing money. We don't know if they're losing money or not. Like that, they're creating unrealized losses. So if they sell at a loss, then yeah, they probably lost money. But if they're holding it, which I'm assuming people who are buying real estate are holding with a relatively indefinite hold period, they're not losing money. They are cash flow negative, and that sucks and that's bad, but that's their problem, right? The part that I find very interesting, and like, especially in the context of Toronto, is like those people losing money are creating housing supply. Like those condo buildings would never be built if there wasn't somebody lining up to buy that and lose money on that. And so we should actually be thanking these people, not villainizing them or making fun of them for making stupid investments. I think like the bigger conversation from my perspective is, why do we have people who have an incentive to lose money in Canadian real estate or be cash flow negative in Canadian real estate? And that could, you know, it could be things as sinister as money laundering or tax loss harvesting or whatever it is, or that our housing economy is so broken that capital appreciation is going to be that substantial and predictable that they don't care if they're losing money in the short term. But to me, this is a symptom. We're not thinking about the bigger problem, but everybody just, it's a sensational headline, right?
Yeah.
So, but I don't necessarily think, like, I think the pre-construction whole thing needs to change a little bit, and our capital markets need to change. We need to figure out a way to better fund projects and make it more accessible for large-scale developers to build purpose-built rentals, so that we don't have this kind of thing happening. Because now, when these projects don't make sense financially, you see what's happening. Like Benjamin Tal estimates 1/3 of condo projects in Toronto are put on hold or canceled. I mean, now you're going to have this huge supply glut where we've got a gap, and this is just going to exacerbate the volatility that we're already seeing in Canadian real estate. So now you've got, you know, this year we'll have less supply than last year, or less supply starting than last year, or pre-selling than last year. So in 6 years, when all of those projects should be closing, you've got a huge gap.
Yeah.
And that'll help in the recovery down the road. But I mean, that's a long story.